Alright, so back here on the budget build C10. Now I have this nice, pretty new distributor. This is a Summit Racing 50,000. Well, distributor's not 50,000 volt. The coil is, the cap coil. Obviously I got a blue rotor. That's not gonna matter, you're not gonna see it. The cap's blue. So, one thing I do really want to do is get that hole covered up, get the distributor dropped in before I get the carburetor on to give me some space. So I'm going to go drop that in. If you remember, I had the distributor pointing to number 1. It's on top dead center down here on the timing mark. The piston's all the way up, or at least as far as I can tell with the screwdriver. So I'm ready to drop this thing in. Okay, I got my distributor set just about where I want it, the best I could. It's not always perfect every time I drop the distributor, but it'll do, I guess. Well, before I get the plug wires going, I'm gonna go ahead and cover up this and get the carburetor on. And I can probably already hear some boos. So now, considering I am running a spacer and I am running the heat gasket, so it'll do fine. I wasn't really wanting to run it like this, but it will do. I did get this for 20 bucks in Marketplace, and it was missing a few parts. Being after missing a few parts and completely having it rebuilt top to bottom with new butterfly bushings, I have less than $200 in it, and that's still less than half the cost of a new carburetor. Alright, now time for the spark plugs before the wires, just because might as well do it all at once. That way I can just stick the wires on and I'm done. Look at that. Ugh. It's focusing, can't tell. Still getting used to this new camera. Yeah, that's bad. These plugs are nasty. Now I'm putting the new plugs in. Which is pretty easy, honestly. I know headers get a bad rep, but not really that difficult, to tell you the truth. Of course, now it is time for the wires. Not much of a fan of that throttle bracket being in the way, but you know, I have to live with it for now. There we go, that looks a lot better already. Pretty well got them all situated. I need to put some loom holders backside and tidy them up a little bit more, but other than that, it's looking a lot better. I knew that's all I could get was the flex. Not a big deal for the upper. They tried to sell me a flex hose for the lower. I didn't think it was going to work well, but they actually had the pre-molded one. So luckily I got that. That's got enough flex. Should be good right there. Oh yeah, love that sound. Now I got the new hoses on, upper and lower. Got the water pump pulley on with some nice bolts. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. Well, it's starting to look a lot like an engine again, and it's about time. Just got to tighten down this clamp. move it where I can tighten it down easy anyway. The brake line's hooked up. A lot nicer looking. It's actually got a PCV valve now. You know, that's a big thing. Can't believe they ran it with that one, but a lot of people do. I got to run a vacuum line from there to there to the vacuum vents. No big deal. Still got some wiring to do. Got to find some V-belts. But yeah, let me check a few things. See what I can't finish today. Well, time filled up. I got the other fan on. And everything should be pretty well checked and ready. Putting some 50-50 in it. And you know what? I don't have the wiring set. I don't have a vacuum advance, but I'm going to try to see what it starts and sounds like real quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to start it. Didn't adjust any settings on the carburetor yet. So I'm going to crank it up and see what happens. Plug wires are all good and where they should be. Timing should be close. I'm going to have to adjust it later, but I want to see if it at least start. Although I'm not going to be able to give it gas just because of the cable situation currently. And I've seemed to have lost power again. Oh yeah, silly me. I forgot that weird wired up jumbled mess they had over there, and I took it apart because it shouldn't belong there. I had to put it back to get it turned over. So, got it turned over. Let's see if it'll start this time. Well, that's at least a good sign. Carburetor's working. Yeah. I do got some vacuum leak. I already aware, but it is running. And I put new header paint on there, and it hadn't been started since it needs to run for a second anyway, but it's gonna melt off or burn off, so not too shabby. I haven't even adjusted the carburetor yet. Sounds like there's an exhaust leak down there somewhere. You see, I got the alternator and water pump going. It is pretty nasty in there, a little bit, but this will be the first time using this camera on some exhaust. She's sounding pretty healthy. Yeah, I can hear the exhaust leaks, but you know, pretty standard. See how it sounds over here with the new camera. don't sound bad at all. It definitely still needs a little more work, obviously, but it's running now. I'll probably, well, you know, obviously I'll adjust it later, but right now, the key thing is I got it where it'll start and run. Now I just need to put the air filter on it so nothing gets inside of it. So, this is an eventful episode. I didn't do as much as I wanted to, but I got it running again. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.